Hello everyone, it's me Saif and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna solve some problems related to while loop. Well, in the last video, we have covered the introductory part of while loop. So let's get started with our first example. In this problem, my focus is to find the summation of first 100 natural numbers, starting from 1 up to 100, okay? And we did this problem by using for loop one or two videos earlier. So now let's do that by using while loop. Well, I said that in the while loop, our first job is to start with assigning an initial iterating variable. Let's say the variable name is I, and let's say our iteration will start from 1. Then we can mention or start our while loop. So let's write down while, then give a space, and then here you need to mention the specific condition that you are interested to work on. Good. Now here I can write while I less than 101 because I want to have my iteration repeated for 100 times. Okay. So that's how the condition looks like. Now always after the condition, you need to use a colon symbol. Then you need to start writing your loop body. Well, in the loop body, we need to assign some kind of equations or formulas which will repeat 100 times to get our result. So for summation, I told you guys it is always necessary to assign another initial variable here. Let's say the variable name is sum, and usually the summation, it should start with 0. For multiplication, usually it is 1. However, it always depends on your problem. Okay, good. Now here, let's write down sum is equal to 0, which is our initial variable. Then I can write down the formula sum is equal to sum plus I. While solving the for loop, I have explained why I am following sum is equal to sum plus I. It means every single time, the steps will follow this equation. And now if I want to print the sum, let me do that. Print sum, and let me hit the run button. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, good. Here you can see here I got the result. So the way it works is that in the first step, our sum is 0 and I is 1. So the result of the sum is 1 at the first step. Then in the second step, it will follow the result of the first step. In the first step, our result is 1. So 1 plus I, and I will be 2 in the second step. That's how I got 2 in my second step. Let's talk about like step number. Okay, there is something wrong with our problem. So here, one thing we didn't assign is that, how many times I want to, or how I want to repeat my iteration. So every single time, it should increase with 1 unit. So I need to assign like I is equal to I plus 1. Let me assign that here at first, then we'll try to assign it at the end and see whether if it works or not. Okay, now if I hit the run button, here I got the result, you can see. So that is how all the steps you can see. In the first step, the sum is equal to sum plus I, so the result is 1. In the second step, 1 plus 2, so the result is 3. In the third step, 3 plus 3, the result is 6. That is how I got the result, up to 100 times. And in the final step, you can see our final summation is 5050. That's the final result. So it's important that you mention, how the increment or decrement should works. I think even if you use that after using the print, that should still work. Okay, let me try out that. So now if I hit the run button again, okay, I should use equal space here. So here I got the result, you can see again. So that is something you need to be careful about it. Also, you can use the print sum, separate from the while loop just to see only the final result, not the whole steps. So now the print is separate. If I hit the run button again, you can see I'm getting the result 5050 only. So that's how you can solve problems by using while loop. Let's try to solve similar problems which is about multiplications. Okay, let me copy the previous problems. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some changes only. And here for the multiplication, as you know, that we should assign an initial variable, and that should be 1. Okay, so multi is equal to 1, our initial variable value actually. Yeah, and the condition is similar because I want to repeat the loop again for 100 times. Well, what you can also do, you can also start with initial variable as 0, and you can also write, let's say, I less than equal to 101. That means starting from 0, I want to repeat that. No, it should be written as 100. So our starting value is 0 and our ending value is 100. So in this way, I think the loop will also be repeating for 100 times. You can double check by yourself. Okay, cool. Now here, I need to change the formula, which should be multi is equal to multi into, so I need to use a star symbol to mention the multiplications, then I, and then it should be similar, and in the print, I want to see the multi only. Okay, good. Now if I hit the run button, okay, I'm getting some kind of error. So here, there is a spelling mistake. Let me edit that, and now it should work well. Okay, so it says 0. So it seems like I is equal to 0 is not working well here for me. So let me start with I is equal to 1, then I ended in 100. That means I less than 101. Now let me hit the run button. Okay, here you can see here I got the result. There's the final result, for multiplications. So you can also check out all the steps to see whether your code works fine or not. So here I hit the run button. Here you can see in the first step the result is 1 into 1, which is 1. In the second step the result is 1 into 2, because in the second step I is equal to 2. In the third step I is 3, which should be multiplied by, in the second step, result, which is 2. So 2 multiplied by 3, that means in the third step our result is 6. That is how I got all the results. Okay, and that is one simple equation which you can use to get your multiplication result. Okay, good. That is a little bit ideas about while loop. I hope that now you can compare these problems by using the for loop, because in the videos of the for loop I solved exactly these two problems, and to see whether how the differences really works. And I recommend you try out different process or different ways to solve every single problems to see how things working out for you. Okay, so see you in the next video again. Before that, if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel yet, you can always subscribe, and thank you very much. Bye bye.